2023 Ford F-150 Lightning Review, the Blue Oval's most important model. To date, this is definitely one of the most important vehicles to hit the market in the shift to electric mobility. And yet, the F-150 Lightning has raised questions and at least some skepticism in its first year. Why is that? There are questions about the vehicle's sheer weight and, more importantly, its energy efficiency. There are voices being raised questioning the wisdom of filling roads with large, heavy electric vehicles, and this truck is in the middle of the debate. Still, in North America, the full-size pickup truck dominates and has for a long time. That love for the format is not about to change, even among future owners of EVs. We had occasion to drive the F-150 Lightning for a few days in February, just after an epically frigid weekend. Which meant we didn't get to see how the electric pickup reacts to such conditions. At least we had normal winter conditions to throw at the F-150 Lightning, not to mention the road surfaces, particularly rugged in Canada at that time of year. Here's the gist of what we learned about the brand's most important vehicle at the dawn of the electric age. The exterior, a familiar silhouette, but take a look outside your home and chances are there's an F-150 pickup truck parked somewhere in the vicinity. We're talking about the best-selling vehicle of the last 50-plus years in North America. It's easy to see why Ford chose to stick with a recognizable design for the family-oriented pickup, short bed, crew cab. For now, by the way, that's the only combination available for the Lightning, which is available in 3 trim levels, XLT, Lariat and Platinum. We drove the Lariat version. Dressed in a fast red finish, our truck drew the attention of several pedestrians and motorists during our time with it. But otherwise, its fairly traditional design makes it fairly unnoticeable on the road. Fortunately, Ford's designers have incorporated a few details to distinguish to the electric model. The hood with its fuller front end is different, as is the large LED strip that runs across the front fascia from left to right. With this signature, it's hard to confuse the Lightning with other versions of the F-150. As well, the front fenders get new decorative hatches. The one on the driver's side opens to accommodate the charging cable. On the sides, the Lightning's rocker panels are exclusive, as are the aerodynamically designed 20-inch wheels. Finally, this very brief walk-around ends with the tailgate, which has a new signature position light that extends to the center of the tailgate. What about the interior? A quick glance at the first row of seats confirms the presence of a large 15.5-inch screen, an interface already seen on the Ford Mustang Mach-E. That screen, which houses the SANC 4S system, is very responsive and has clear graphics, but it's full of all kinds of menus. It takes more than a week behind the wheel to master navigating through this electronic maze, but unlike us, owners will have more than a week, so in the long run that's probably not a problem. On the other hand, the climate control and seat heating commands are accessible only via the screen, which is not as ergonomic as good old-fashioned knobs. In the heart of the center console, engineers left in place a traditional shifter, though it can be folded away when the vehicle is parked to allow for a retractable work surface over the armrest. No complicated knob or series of buttons for the shifting, then. Again, Ford was cognizant of not disorienting its loyal F-150 owners. The F-150 Lightning Lariat is as luxurious as a Lincoln sedan, with the Platinum version probably going even beyond that. Our tester thus featured leather-covered seats that are very comfortable for extended expeditions. There's not much missing from this electrified truck, to be honest. The electric F-150 has another advantage over its gasoline equivalent, with a frunk sitting where the absent internal combustion engine is not. It's out of sight, so a secure storage space. Otherwise, the F-150 Lightning is as roomy as any other F-Series equipped with a crew cab and the short bed. It's like an F-150, but electric. All versions of the electric pickup come out of the factory with a pair of electric motors, but not all versions get the long-range battery. Not surprisingly, our tester did feature the larger, 131 kilowatt-hour powertrain. The other option, found on the vehicle's 2 more affordable trims, offers a 98 kilowatt-hour capacity instead. This difference also affects the F-150's power and range. The big battery gives the truck 433 kilowatts, or 580 horsepower, while the other power level is limited to only 337 kilowatts, or 452 horsepower. Torque is 775 lb-ft for all versions of the truck. It's true that the big battery and almost 600 horsepower give the F-150 Lightning wings. But given the truck's almost 3-ton weight, let's just say that the powertrain has to work hard, even if you don't feel it at all behind the wheel. On the road, the pickup's ride is quiet as can be, while the rapid delivery of power and torque is nothing like what we get from the regular F-150. The instantaneous torque reverberates throughout the cabin, especially when you get off to a fast start. The truck lifts for a fraction of a second in front, the rear suspension crunching down under the effect of all that horsepower. The Lightning may be heavy, but with a four-cornered independent suspension, its road handling is sound. Yes, the rear axle hops like any full-size truck does when its bed is empty, but I have to admit, the electric F-150 is a comfortable vehicle. The steering, meanwhile, proved to be heavy and precise enough to deliver the straight goods. With four-wheel drive, it's hard to fault, although weight is a consideration. The same goes for the braking, which could be more aggressive. Once again, it's up to the driver to be vigilant and not lose sight of the vehicle's significant mass. During my week-long test drive, I recorded an average energy use of 36.4 kilowatt-hours per 100 kilometers, a result higher than that predicted by Natural Resources Canada. It predicts an average of 26.9 kilowatt-hours per 100 kilometers in the city and 33.3 kilowatt-hours per 100 kilometers on the highway. But given the winter conditions and my enthusiasm behind the wheel, it was to be expected that the big truck would overconsume compared to the average.
Thanks for watching. Drop a like. Leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe to watch more videos like this.